Tonight's call is more immediate and it's more an action call because this is about taking action and it's about taking the actions that you need to take to get you from where you are now to P1000 and P2000. And that can happen quicker than you might think. Now, you saw the flyer that I sent out. There's 71 days left in this year. That's 10 weeks. You can make a phenomenal change in 10 weeks, but you need to learn some new skills. And that's what Joe's here for right now. And I'm going to pass it over to Joe so that he can pick up with week 2 of his 3-week training and take it on from there. Joe, how are you,
Awesome.
my friend?
I'm great. How are you?
Excellent, thank you. Okay, I'm going to shut up and leave it to you, Joe.
Awesome, brother. Well, I appreciate you. Appreciate all of you on this call. I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces that's been on this call week in and week out. Um, it's just absolutely amazing that we have so many people taking advantage of this 90-day sprint. I believe when we did this, we had no idea that the call following our call, the very first day when we started this campaign, we had no idea that the company was going to run a campaign simultaneously. And I believe there's a thing called divine intervention. And when things are supposed to happen at a particular time for a particular reason, and I believe that's what we have here. So for those people that are all working this, for those people that are taking advantage of this, for those people that aren't making excuses, that they're looking to actually create that change, shout out to you. Congratulations to you. I see so many people doing so many different things, and it just absolutely amazing. Remember when we started these calls, we talked about the 7 absolutes and the 8-point system. Do not forget the 8-point system. When you're working that 8-point system, everything that we're talking about working, everything we're talking about doing is in conjunction with those 8 points. That's how you're building your points on a daily basis. That's how you're building, that's how you will track your business. And that's exactly what's going to lead to uh, business building activities, which is money making activities, which is going to lead to a direct result of you ranking up. So, with that being said, last week we talked about the skill sets needed for the P150 and the P600, and those are very important skill sets. So, everything we're going to talk about today as is in addition to those skill sets. You're not going to throw away those skill sets that you're learning. So the first thing I want to go over is we're going to talk about the Platinum 600. Now listen, an extra $600 a month may not change your lifestyle, but we did talk about it would how many divorces it would have saved, how many bankruptcies it would have saved, which is absolutely mind-blowing, right? An incredible amount from a simple $600, actually $500 a month. Now, $600 a month, you're adding a little over 6,000 a month. I mean, 6,000 a year income to you. A little over that, right? About 7,200 to be exact, a year income to your bank. And that may change the cars in the driveways, and it may change the areas we live in. But now, when we talk about the P1000, now we're talking about an extra $12,000 a year. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like if you walked into your job today and said, "Hey, boss, I need to make an extra $12,000. Can you add an extra grand onto my check every single week?" I don't know how many of your bosses would do that for you. Some of them, they might think you're absolutely crazy. They might just start laughing at you and think you're playing a joke on them. At the end of the day, an extra $1,000 a month is going to change maybe the zip code where you live. It's going to change the car that you drive. It's going to maybe change the school where your kids go to school. It's going to change something. An extra $1,000 a month now we're talking about some serious income. But with that serious income comes serious skill sets, serious commitments that it's going to take. Number one, you got to understand it's not about being the king or queen anymore. At this point, it's not about being the king or queen anymore. At this point, it's about being the king or queen maker. See, I don't want all eyes on me. It doesn't have to be all about me. I don't have to be the king. I don't have to be the queen. I want to be able to create and duplicate that amongst the team. That's the name of the game. At this point, we you know, remember when we talked about stay coachable, right? At this point, you need to stay self-centered where you're able to say, hey, listen, it's not about me anymore. Now it's about duplicating this. How many more people can I duplicate to the P150? How many more people can I duplicate to the P600? How many more people can I bless to help them hit P1000? Now at this point, it's not about being the king or queen. It's about being the king or queen maker. Understand that. That's skill set number one. That is absolutely, for some people, they're so all about me, 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 me. Like, you'll never catch me wearing a shirt that says self-made. You won't catch me wearing that crap. You can't be in this business and be self-made. You can't be in this industry and be self-made. Think about that. You can't. You're only as good as your team. I don't care who you are. You got to have a team that's there with you. Should be team-made, team-driven, right? Because the stronger the team, the stronger the residual check. So it's not about being the king or queen. It's about being the king or queen maker. Number two, you got to be able to tell your story. You got to master your story. You got to master your story. You got to be able to, there's 3 speakers at a home event, right? Speaker, and say they take 5 minutes each. Speaker 1 sets the tone and tells their story. That's speaker 1. When you're doing a home event, a live event, speaker 1 sets the tone for the event. And the way they set their tone is by telling their story. That story's got to be able to push and pull people. Listen, my story, here's my story. I was in the car industry for years, 15 years. Okay. I was sick and tired of sending my family on vacation and staying and working. I was sick and tired of not having weekends off. Holidays, forget about it. I was tired of coming home and having my own dog bark at me because they didn't know who I was because I worked so much, 80 hours a week. At some point, I became that person that wanted to be my kids' heroes. And that's when I got introduced to network marketing. And it didn't happen overnight, but it happened overnights. 12 years into it, my wife's been able to stay home since the age of 25, hasn't had to work a job over the last 13, 14 years. And I've been retired since 2015, retired from a job, not retired from working. I still work this business on a daily, like a lot of people say retired. No, listen, I work this business every single freaking day. If I was retired, I wouldn't be on this call right now. I work and grind this business every single freaking day, right? So you got to be able to master your story and share your story with the masses and condense it into a 3 to 5 minute time frame. Speaker 2 is going to explain what Forex, what HFX, what swipe coin, explain all of our services is. And speaker 3 will go over the products, the services into detail, and create it from there. But what I want you guys to understand is speaker 3 is going to explain the products and does the closing. Really, that's where they're going to get the commitment from people. I call it GTC. Get the cash, get the check, get the credit card. That's where speaker 3. So you have 3 speakers at every event. That's the skill set number 2. Again, skill set number 2 is telling your story, mastering it. Right? So you could be the speaker number 1 at any home event. At a P1000, you should be able to be the host speaker. You should be able to set the tone, tell your story, get everything going. Speaker 2 will explain what Forex is. Speaker 3 will explain the other services and GTC, get the cash. That's all in a skill set number 2. Skill set number 3 is, and this is skill set number 3 on P1000. Skill set number 3 is creating a schedule, right? And here's the biggest thing. everybody creates a schedule. Creating a schedule and sticking to it. Create the schedule and stick to this. Make a commitment to sticking to it. It's not good enough to create a schedule and then not follow it. That doesn't work. We got to be disciplined enough to where you make that commitment and you follow through. I've made that commitment to be on these calls every Thursday with you guys over these 90-day runs. No matter what I'm doing, I'm going to make sure that at 12 o'clock my time, I'm on this call to do the trainings, because it's not good enough for me to make a commitment and then come up with an excuse a half hour before and tell Roger, hey, Roger, I can't do it. Now, obviously, if there was an astronomical emergency, then I would have to do what I have to do. But I don't make excuses. I don't make excuses. When my son was doing his pitching lessons in the morning on Thursday, I would rush from the location to get back to my computer. So I'm here at 12 o'clock. I'm not going to use an excuse. I'm not going to make an excuse and sell you guys on an excuse why I can't be committed to what I committed to. Because here's the thing. Here's the reason why. Because if Roger or Simon or any of you picked up the phone and gave me an excuse to why you couldn't be on this, I wouldn't accept it. Because see, excuses are accepted by those who give them. I don't give excuses, so I don't make excuses. That's the facts. I don't do it in business. I don't do it in life. If I tell you I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Point blank. I know we said there's 3 skill sets in all these, but actually P1000 has 4 skill sets. The 4th skill set is you got to promote event through event. What do I mean by that? We always, every time we do a call, Roger talks about events that are going on or what's happening next, what's going on. He promotes through event. So no matter what, you're always promoting what's next. You're leading by example. There should never be a downtime where you can't get onto something. See, like out here, we love trading with Matty Pips. We love trading with DL Woods. We do all those sessions with them on the HFX. We make a lot of money with them. The team rakes out. But also we know that there's people that wanted to do more. So every night, Mr. Mayor Reyes and Andy Canales, they trade live for our team. So they're promoting from event through event through event through event through event through event. And that's where you need to get to in your business. Promote through event through event. After this, you guys, somewhere in your business, if you don't have a meeting, a Zoom call for an opportunity Zoom call, you should create one. Don't rely on only the ones that Roger's putting together, or Simon's putting together, or I'm putting together, or Mr. Reyes, or whoever. Plan an event. If there's 7 people on it, guess what? That's 7 people that weren't on it before. And I guarantee somebody will show up to help you throw your event. I guarantee somebody's going to help you. You have to promote from event to event. I used to tell people this. If you're waiting for the live event, you waited too long. Create a live event. If there's not one in your, this is when you were able to do it pre-COVID, right? Pre-meetings. We would say, hey, listen, if there's not a local meeting in your area, create it. Create it and somebody will show up and help you. Same thing now. If you create a Zoom event where you want to invite your friends, your closer, your inner circle, your center of influence to that call, I guarantee a leader's going to show up and help you with it. I guarantee it. That's what's going to happen. That's what we do. And that's the way you create more momentum. Don't just, now listen, here's what I didn't say, skip the main event. Didn't say that. You have the main event that Roger Simon put together, that Mr. Reyes and his team puts together, Mr. Sam Morgan puts together for his team. So every team has their main event, but outside of that main event, there's still 6 other days that you could do something on. And you're duplicating those events all over. You don't miss the main event. You stay committed to the main event. You stay committed to these calls, and you plan your own events outside of that. I promise you this. The more events you do, watch how quick you rank up. Do you think that I was having this a conversation with one of the guys the other day, and I wasn't being rude. I was just like, do you think I want to do every single event? Do you think, no, I don't want to do that. I want a team that's so strong that there's 50 events going on a day, and maybe I'm only doing one. That's when you build levels of leadership. That's when you build levels of a check. That's when you build levels of a residual income. And that's where the magic happens. But it's not going to happen without people getting out their comfort zone. So learn how to promote from event to event. Okay, now let's get into some serious, I call this serious income, because at P2000, you're making $24,000 a year residual income. You're making $24,000 a year, and most people are doing this business part-time. You're making let's just say when you started, because like when I started, this was my thing. I used to follow Jim. I still follow Jim Rohn, but I used to always say this all the time. I'm going to work my job, and I'm going to full-time, and I'm going to work my fortune part-time. I used to always say that. And sometimes when the magic happens and everything starts going the right way, eventually your part-time fortune will pay you more than your full-time job. And then at that point, you have a decision to make, right, Simon? You've been in that point when you started. You didn't just say, I'm jumping in wholeheartedly, quitting my job, and I'm going to raise a family and provide for my family and quit my job and go gung-ho into this. No. We're not telling anybody to do that. I am telling you to work this consistently, consecutively, diligently, the right way. And over time, you will make that money. Your fortune will pay off and you'll make that money, but you got to stay committed. But at some point, that magic's going to happen for you if you do it consistently, consecutively, overnights. At P2000, I don't know what the average income is in the UK or wherever you're turning in from, but here in the US, the average household income, the average what one person makes is $22,000 a year. So at this rank, you're making more than the average US income is. Think about that. What would you do with an extra $2,000 a month? Somebody type some things in there. What would you do with an extra $2,000 a month right now? Right now, what would you do if if your check had an extra $500 a week? Every week you got an extra $500. Think about that. Sounds crazy, right? Every week your boss just says, "Hey, by the way, Jason, we love your commitment. We're going to throw an extra $500 this week. By the way, Sean, here's an extra $500 this week. And just so you know, we're going to keep that for the rest of your life as long as you stay committed." That's crazy. That's absolutely insane when you think about that, right? What would you do with the extra $500 if you were able to pay off your bills? You have an extra $2,000. Now you got extra $500 that's coming in. You're able to fund a broker account. And that broker account not only does 20 to 30 to 40% a month ROI, but then you're adding another $500 a week to it. Hello, somebody. Think about that. How quick will that dream house become a reality? We're talking about $24,000 a year. You're making more than 90% of the world at that point makes in a year. Not just here in the U.S., 90% of the world. Let's take the whole world. You're making more than the average person, 90% of them. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about P2000. This rank you could achieve in a week, 2 weeks, if you really put your mind to it. $2,000 a month for the rest of, geez. If that don't get you excited, I don't know what will. Skill set number 1. Learn how to explain what Forex is publicly. Learn how to explain what HFX is. Learn how to explain whatever services you're passionate about. Learn how to explain that to the public. Getting out of your comfort zone. Being able to talk about it effectively. That's the skill set number one. Because when you're able to do that, you'll be able to duplicate. You'll be able to speak more passionately about it, which your level of influence goes up because your believability index goes up because you're passionate about it. Like nobody could ever tell me that HFX doesn't work or our services don't work. The first 3 months I made a little over 30,000 with just with the Forex. Bought the baseball program a truck. Since then, I've made probably close to like 85,000 on HFX. I can't tell you how much times I pulled out money, traveled all over. I mean, I paid for a lot of my team to go up with me to fly all the way out to the UK. Okay. If I didn't use the services, which is one of our other skill sets, right? Being a product of the product. If I didn't use the services, I wouldn't be able to speak effectively on it. Now I'm going to learn how to trade crypto. I can't speak effectively on that right now. I could tell you I've seen some crazy freaking results. I could tell you that. I've seen the guys who are doing it. I know them personally. I've seen what their accounts look like. So I'm excited to learn that. You got to be able to speak about that, right? Getting out your comfort zone. You know, one book that will help you with getting out your comfort zone, Straight Line Persuasion by Jordan Belfort. Phenomenal book. Buy it, read it. It's a freaking good book. Number 2 skill set. At this point, when you're P2000, you're going to have to do some public speaking. So maybe you got in here, maybe, you know, like you start off like some people that say, I just want to use a service and I don't want to build a business. I don't like selling. I don't like talking. But then you find yourself in a situation where your services are making you money and you're winning. And then you share it with people, which is meant to happen. Then you start sharing it with people. And next thing you know, you're got a team and you're making money. So now you got to get comfortable publicly speaking because your team looks up to you. In order for you to go past where you're at, you're going to have to be able to talk to some people. You already have if you're at P2000. You've already talked to people if you're at P2000. So public speaking has to be up there with skill set number 2. Now, skill set number 3. Okay, skill set number 3 for P2000 is hosting your own event. I already talked to you guys a little bit about that. But you have to be able to host your own event. Now, doesn't mean you have to do the whole presentation. Doesn't mean you have to do everything on your own. That's what we have a team. You're in business for yourself. Remember this. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You have a team. So you don't have to do it on your own, but you have to host your own event, meaning put it together, meaning inviting everybody, meaning you commit to, hey, Roger, can you do this? Can you do this home event for me or a Zoom event for me? I'm going to have 10 of my closest friends on there. I'm going to have this is my inner circle. This is my spirit of influence. These are my people. I'm going to have them on there. You got to be able to host your own event. Then once we get out of this, where we could do live events again, home meetings, host your own home meeting, invite the team over. Now here's what happens. Here's why this is important. I want you guys to understand the passion, the importance. A lot of people say, oh, I can't do that. Oh, I can't do this. Let me tell you why it's so important. The moment, what happens when you invite people over to your house? Do you take pictures? Do you advertise it? Are you going to put it on social media? Probably. If you're smart, you are. I did my first home event. We had 4 people. Would you call it an absolute success? No, we had 4 people, but that was 4 more that wouldn't have come anyways. By the time we got 3 months later, We had over 124 people in my living room. We didn't fit. We had people in the living room, the kitchen, through the hallway, all standing up. 124. So would you say that 4-person event was a success? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We had to start somewhere. Here's what happened. People seen me do that event, and they seen other people other than just me talking about what I'm doing. Then I tagged those 4 people that were there that got started. And then they were at the next event and they brought people and it was documented and people seen it. And then they started seeing them have success. And my friends who laughed, maybe, oh, you're doing that little pyramid thing. Oh, you're doing that little thing. They're watching. They're watching. And then now you're having success. And now more people are joining and it's duplicating. And then before you know it, they're the people who are saying, hey, can I come to that meeting tonight? Hey, that little thing that you've been doing, it's really taken off for you. Can I come check it out? That's why you want to get out your comfort zone and start hosting your own events. It's going to help you build that online presence where people are seeing the success and people don't want to partner up with bums. People want to partner up with champions. People want to partner up with people who are serious. People want to partner up with people who are committed, who have what they want. I remember my boss used to make fun of me at my job when I worked at the car dealership. Those little pyramid things, those things never work. Those never work. Guess what? He's been in 6 of them. He still hasn't had the courage to call me and join me. He's been in 6 other ones. He hasn't made it. He's made some money, but he has made the money he's wanted. Here's what's crazier. I've been out of that place of business since July of 2015. We're in October of 2020. 5 years. A little over 5 years. I've been out of there. He made fun of me for years while I was working this, even though he knew my wife was able to stay home. My kids were involved in sports because of the side business, right? My side fortune, my side hustle, whatever you want to call it. He knew it worked, but he always made fun of it. Guess what? He lost his job a year ago. He's trying to figure out how can he replace a $220,000 a year income? How could he replace that? He had nothing to. Now, I'm not saying this to speak badly or wish ill on him. That's not what I'm doing. I'm simply saying that a job is what we were told to go to school, get a good job. That's the way. It's the only way of security. It's not the same anymore. They will get rid of you in a heartbeat. They got rid of him because he didn't want to go to work on one day because an employee had COVID. His wife was pregnant at home and he didn't want to catch it. And they said that he let the place of business down. So they fired him. Knowing his wife is pregnant, knowing he had been there for 15 years, they fired him. You tell me where the loyalty is. You tell me where the commitment is. So listen, I'm not saying what we have is the best thing out there. I'm not saying what we have is the network marketing is the end all be all, but it's another way of producing income. And if not this, what else? What else is your plan B? I'm telling you, this was my plan B. And now my plan B became my plan A. And this is all I do is network marketing. And this, because of network marketing, it has led up to a plan B, plan C, and all these other financial investments that I'm able to do because I've taken plan A so serious and I built a residual income that now allows me to not only invest in Forex, not only invest in HFX, not only invest in the cryptocurrency. You best believe when ECX drops, I'm on ECX. I will be on the drop shipping. And I will be paying a lot of money for ads. But on top of that, I've opened a solar business. And I don't work it. You've never seen me post online about solar. You've never seen me make a post on it. But I have a business that pays me residually from that because of network marketing. Does that make sense? We have a credit cleaning business. You've never seen me post about that. That's not my plan A. I don't take my eyes off of the main source of income. But because of this main source of income, it has allowed me to open up multiple streams of income. If you take this business serious and you work the 8-point system and you follow the 7 absolutes and you master these skill sets, You can make an obscene amount of money, ladies and gentlemen. I promise you that I know. Simon knows that. Simon's living in a dream house. Simon has built, I watched from point A of this house being constructed that he's sitting in right now to the finished product. Still haven't been there. I was going to go this year, but we couldn't because of COVID. But he's in his dream house because of this industry. We're not telling you we think it could work. We're telling you what works. It's not a matter of if it works. It's a matter of if you work. If you work it, it will happen. You got to master these skill sets. Next week is very crucial. We're going to go over the P5000 and a Chairman 10. Think about that. Think about that. $60,000 a year added to your income on a side business. So you have your main source of income that you're working your job, whatever it is, and then you got an additional 60 grand to do whatever you want. Whether that's the dream vacation, whether that's the dream house, whether that's the dream car, whatever it is, an extra 60 grand. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about all this money being made from being able to share a service that you're passionate about. That you're passionate about. Think about that. A service that has the ability to make you money. Whether you recruit or don't recruit, that's what our service does. Our service has the ability to make you what you're looking already to get more of. Tell me we don't have the best business in the industry. Somebody reached out to me and they said, oh, I joined this company. I partnered up with this great guy and we're doing what is it? DNA, food from DNA, whatever it is, health from DNA. I don't even care, whatever it is, something with DNA. And he said, oh, and it's the best thing in the world and this and that. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe he joined Euphoria. That was pretty hot like 2 years ago. And he's like, yeah, Eric's. And I'm like, bro, that company is like 40 years old. That ship has sailed a long time ago. That product does not have the ability to make me money, period. How can I get excited about that? I don't want to sell, and I'm not knocking anything else. I'm not trying to do that. But I'm not going to get passionate about selling somebody this bottle of juice. I'm not going to get passionate about selling somebody lotions and potions and pills and skin. No, those products do not have the ability just by consuming them, meaning I'm making money. No, it doesn't work like that. But our service has the ability to make you money, whether you never touch this. All this money is in addition to our service. Sometimes I feel like our service is too good and people forget about the business, which the business is the residual. Because don't take your eyes off the prize. And here's why I think people get confused is I want to make more money. That's why I'm getting involved in business. I want to make more money. That's why I'm getting involved in business. I want to make more money. That's why I'm getting involved in business. Yes. But we want to teach you about time freedom. We want to teach you how to leverage your time. We want to teach you about residual income. If you have to log into a computer every single freaking day at a certain time, that is not time freedom. That is not residual income. Trading is not residual income. If you don't believe me, Nes Vasquez has the biggest broker account in the world. Why is he so in the world? It's not in the world. The biggest broker account in our company out of all the traders. Why is he so passionate about building his team now? Why is he trying to rank up so quick now? Why is he so excited that he hit Chairman 10? Because trading is great, but he has to log in all the time. And when he's on vacation, if he can't log in, he's not making money. But here's the difference. When me and him went to vacation, I made money whether I did logged in or didn't log in because I have a higher residual than him. Why are all these traders pushing the business so hard? Why is Matthew Thayer pushing he has $1 million account. Ness has a $5 million account. Why are they pushing the business? For the time freedom. Don't lose focus of why you're getting involved. Anybody could go get another job at McDonald's and add an income. Anybody could go get another job at delivering something to add some extra money to their account. You're getting involved to build a business that pays you like this. That's why you're getting involved. You're getting involved in a business that you have to work, and then you'll get a check. And then you work, and you get a check. And you work, and then you get a check. But then the magic kicks in, and it starts looking something like this. You work, check, check. Then it becomes even more magical when you work check, work check, work check, work check. And then it becomes even more magical where it comes like this. It's like check, work, check, work, check, work, check, vacation, check, vacation, check, vacation, check, work. That's when the magic happens. We got to get you there, but that happens when you build the business and you build it the right way. So with that being said, we've been on here quite a little bit, a long time today. I don't want to take up any much more of your guys' time. I appreciate each and every one of you. I know I went a little over on this, but I'm passionate about this. I'm passionate about getting you guys the time freedom that you deserve, that your families deserve, and getting you doing what you want, when you want, with who you want, where you want. That's the key to this game. So with that being said, Roger, I appreciate each and every one of you. I'll see you guys at the top or from a beach around the world. Let's kick some ass this week. Let's take names later and let's set this on fire. Let's let everybody in IM know who we are, what we're doing, and how we're going to be the #1 team in IM. Okay, that's the goal. I appreciate each and every one of you. Roger, I turn it back over to you, buddy.
Thanks a lot, Joe. Guys, if you can't see passion there, then you weren't watching the same presentation that I was watching. And Joe, thank you for the time. We're pretty, running over is never, ever, ever going to be a problem when you get a presentation like that with that kind of belief. The thing now, guys, is for us to get out there and pass that across. Simon has that passion. You hear that from Simon every single day. Joe has that passion. I have that passion. Get it, learn it, pick it up, develop it. Really, whatever you want is here for you. Whatever it is that you want, whatever your dream house may be, whatever your dream car may be, however much time you want with family and friends, if you want to give to charity, if you want to do good deeds and be a good person, that's fabulous. But it all takes money. Everything starts with money. So to get that out of the way first, then you can do everything else that you want to do. So Thursday nights, we've wrapped up the meetings for this week. On Monday, we have another meeting with Brandon Boyd. We're going to do some exceptional training with Brandon again on Monday. Beyond that, now next week, we're going to do a few different things next week. So you need to talk to as many people as you possibly can and get these meetings way, way, way bigger than they are. You guys have got people in your teams who aren't watching this. If you had everyone in your team watching that presentation, watching Joe so excited, your business would be taking off. You need to be getting everybody on these calls. They're not done just for the fun of it. They're done to help people. So go out, help your team to understand the value of being on this. Get as many people on this. Let's get you rank advancing. Let's get them rank advancing. Christmas is coming really, really fast. All the money you need to pay for Christmas is on the table in front of you. The question is, are you going to take it? Simon, anything you want to add?
Before you go, yeah. Okay, I just want to let everybody else know that we had a phenomenal training with Simon Chan on Tuesday. He's agreed to come and do another training on the 17th of November. That's on a Tuesday, 4 weeks Tuesday. He's going to be doing another training, 4 weeks Tuesday. Guys, Joe, I thought was absolutely brilliant. As you all know, he's my sponsor. There's reasons why people get attracted to different people. It's like, the guy is passionate about what he says, what he's doing, and everything else. And he's got a massive amount of credibility in the industry. What we need to do is, it's great doing trading, but trading, as you just heard Joe say, is not residual. And I've said this for years and years, or for a year since I've been involved in this business. That's why I'm always prospecting. Because prospecting is where it's at. Now, a lot of you think, oh, I'm only doing this business to do trading. Fantastic. Just do trading, but prospect as well. But you do need to craft your story. And I reckon the reason why some of you are on here that haven't got you to, or have never sponsored anybody, is because you don't know how to craft your story. You really don't know how to craft your story. So what I would suggest you do is give me a call. Reach out to me, say, Simon, I listened to what you were saying on Thursday night. Can you help me with my story? Can you help me explain how for me to tell my story? And I would do that. Listen, guys, in a year or two's time, when I'm getting rammed and rammed and rammed with so many calls, I won't have time to do all that sort of stuff. But now, because we're in our infinite stage, I have got the time, and I can do that with you. I can do that for you, which is why I'm staggered. I mean, there's a few of you on this call that do a lot of 3-ways with me, but I'm staggered why a stack of you think, oh yeah, I know how to do 3-ways. I know how to pitch the business. Wrong, wrong, wrong. You need to be the messenger, not the message. That's the biggest thing. It's like I do 3-ways. If I've got a serious person, I will reach upline to whether it be Joe or Brandon and ask them to do a 3-way. Or I've even asked Jason Brown if he could do a 3-way. So I'm not big enough, old enough, ugly enough to think, oh, I can do it. I can do it myself. No, I will always reach out for help. And just like Joe said, I don't want to be the message. I'm the messenger. But for you guys, with your prospects, I should be the message. You should be turning around and saying, oh, I'm working with my business partner who's been in the industry nearly 33 years in 5 days' time. And he's made 14 million. He turned around to me and say, go and find your top 3 people. Mary, I thought of you first. Are you open to taking a look at what I partnered with? Now, Mary, if she's got 2 brain cells to rub together, she should say, yeah, tell me, what is it? I haven't got a clue. But what I know, what it isn't, it's nothing to do with pills, potions, lotion, tablets, skincare, face cream, coffee, whatever. It's nothing like that. It's in a product sector worth 6.6 trillion a day. It's huge. But rather than me tell you about it, what I'd like to do is I'd like to share a video with you. Does that sound fair? Does that sound fair? You always get a yes. Always get a yes. Because everybody can watch a video. Then, and I love what Simon Chan said on Tuesday, put it on an appointment basis. Turn around and say, I'm going to send you this video. When do you think you're going to watch it? Oh, I'll watch it sort of like tomorrow. What time tomorrow? Oh, it'll be about 4 o'clock. Okay, let's speak together at 5 o'clock. Will you turn around and say to me that you will watch that by 5 o'clock? If not, I will cancel the appointment, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to speak to you afterwards and find out what you like best. Does that sound fair? Guys, you need to systemize your system. And if you've got it systemized and it just flows off the tongue, you will be staggered how many more people that you will speak to. Absolutely staggered. And the reason why I can answer any objection is because I've done it for so many frigging years. I've had every single objection going. So I know what answer to give. I know how to make them either piss them off or piss them into. Sorry, we're recording this? Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I don't think that's too bad to say that. No.
It's better than you normally
I can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah. But anyway, the point is, it's like, I know what to say, how to say it, where to say it, why to say it, and everything else. I just say it. But guys, if you're not speaking to enough people, then you ain't going to make diddly squat. Absolutely diddly squat. I know a lot of you. I mean, at the moment, I am pushing Brandon Boyd's incentive massively to leaders. I was speaking to a leader today saying, listen, the reason why I'm reaching out to you is because my upline is throwing in thousands and thousands and thousands into an incentive. So much so, you will crush it. you will be picking up, we're talking $10,000 for doing what you should do. And you are in a situation that you could achieve it. Come on, let's step up. Let's get going. You bring a few of those people in, I tell you now, that will make a massive difference to your life. Anyway, I'm rabbiting on. Rog, are we done?
Well, I was done 10 minutes ago, but feel free. It's valuable. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. I just, back to what I said about passion, guys. That's passion that does that. Learn some passion. Because when you get passionate, the rewards come with it. That said, let's stop right now. So, guys, we will see you on Monday. A thought just occurred to me whilst you were talking. Tuesday night. Last Tuesday we had Simon Chan. Week before we were doing something else. Next Tuesday we don't have anything scheduled. Should we do a training where we teach everyone how to craft their story and do it with these guys online, on screen?
As long as these guys get their guys on the call. Otherwise, there's no point. There's no point doing a training for just the sake of doing a training.
So that means we've got 25 people here right now. We expect to see 50 people on Tuesday. Every one of you, all you got to do is bring one more person. One more person.
I tell you what, everybody should put the camera on and wave if you can get somebody on the Zoom on Tuesday. Wave, cameras. Do this. In front of your camera.
Come on, guys. Hands up, waving.
Good. Okay. Yeah. I tell you what, I thought tonight Joe Gomez was absolutely frigging amazing. Amazing. I know he's my sponsor. I know I'm biased, but I tell you now, that guy was frigging amazing. He has got, as you said, a lot of passion.
Yeah, love
and it's
passion.
Great. Absolutely brilliant.
Okay, guys. So special training on Tuesday, 8 p.m. Going to teach you how to get your story right. Joe put that down as something that you needed to do to get you to P1000. How many of you can we have at P1000 before Christmas? If we can get you to P1000 before Christmas, with money coming in every single week, how much pressure is that going to take off your credit cards this Christmas? You decide.
I tell you what, you can get a nice Christmas cracker for $1,000. Really nice Christmas cracker. Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to see you soon. Have a great night. Bye, everybody.
Cheers. Thank
you. Unmute yourselves and say goodbye. Everybody say goodbye. Unmute yourselves.
Okay.
Bye.
Get you later, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.